But you got, you know what I'm saying, got to preach us and we be the game. Let's slide over some too, don't get about the pole and shit. Like,
Shalom. Yeah, but you must have broke a thumb.
and it's already on. Huh?
Just from a distance, just a creep. Maybe just.
Good.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Straight.
Yeah, it's straight.
Okay. Alright, yeah, we in the game. Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
Alright, first and foremost, we'll say face the east. Shema,
Yasharallah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Eloheinu,
Yahweh,
God. Alright, and we'll say Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, you gotta bring it in with the Shema, you know, alright, hey. First and foremost, before we get started, we give all honor and glory and power to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
I want to say double on time elders, our great apostles, great millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well, being a great example to Israel. All right, man, the elect. I want to say peace and blessing to the hopefully elect on the four corner, pushing the truth and sincerity. All right, that great song with the GMS Memphis count. I'm the bar to my right.
Hey, you know Allah, I'm the brother Kwadash.
All right, just come with the little Lamback. You know, my lesson earlier, you know, dealing with Esau. All right, finna receive the same treatment as how we receive, but double. All right, going to their righteous recompense of the Heavenly Father. All right, gonna bring down. All right, from the heavens.
Right.
Going to their judgment. You know what I'm saying? The same seat that we sitting in now, the other nations gonna sit in that same seat, man. You see, it's just like we just getting it warm for. You know how somebody say you just warm the seat up for me. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's gonna be hot. All right, because of the what? Because of the punishment that they gotta bear.
That's right.
You see that? Because of the punishment that these other nations gotta bear, man. You know, a whole 1,000 years of affliction as they had afflicted us, man. You know, going back to the curses in Deuteronomy 28 chapter. All right, because here it is, what our forefathers have done. What we had to bear that. What we had to bear that judgment.
Right.
You see that? So the same thing gonna happen to the Edomites and the other nation. The same thing what they forefathers have done to us, all the rape and the robbing and murder have he done to us. Guess what? They gonna have to go through the same course. You know, but this course they going through is gonna be double.
Right.
So it's gonna take the spirit of the Lord to allow them to make it. You know what I'm saying? Just like it took the spirit of the Yahweh Shema Shah for us to make it. You know? Well, we're gonna get into it. I hope your brother and sister be edified, you know, while we lay the law down, man. You gotta go out.
Come. This is Lamentations, chapter 5, starting at verse 7. Our fathers have sinned.
Yeah, our forefathers have sinned. Going back to that first covenant that we made with the Lord. You know, that's why this new covenant that we're gonna enter in the kingdom of heaven. All right now we have the bread of grace. You know, we're not in a new covenant right now. We're in the grace period.
That's right.
All right, because in the new covenant, we ain't gonna sin no more.
That's right.
You know,
We ain't gonna die no more.
we ain't gonna die no more.
No sickness.
You see that?
Yep.
So how can we be in a new covenant?
That's right.
But this is the grace time that the Lord is telling us prepare. All right, to be made wet virgins. Going back into being a new creature in Yahweh Shai to be ready for the bridegroom when he comes.
That's right.
All right. So read that again.
This is Lamentations, chapter 5 and verse 7. Our fathers have sinned.
Right. So our forefathers have sinned. That's why we're in the position we in now, going back to Baruch 2 and 32. Because in the land of our captivity, we shall what? Remember ourselves. Because in Deuteronomy 28 and 6 to 8, it said we shall what? Go into Egypt again on ships.
Right.
Why? Because we ain't made an agreement with Yahweh. You know, we made a covenant with Yahweh that we weren't gonna do certain things no more. We weren't gonna do this no more. What happened? We fell out.
Yep.
We disobeyed. All right, therefore, what we were forced into captivity, not by discretion, because we moved the Most High to wrath, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
This is Lamentations 5 and 7. Our fathers have sinned and are not.
Now, we didn't sin when you come into this flesh as we in now, born in America, born in Babylon the Great. You know, we read about our forefathers, our foremothers, all right, in Africa. You know what I'm saying? They came out here on slave ships and was beaten. You know what I'm talking about? Mistreated. You know, you can name a lot of things that the so-called white men have done to us as a nation. You see that? So, did we grow up like that? No. But our forefathers did. But guess what? We buried their iniquity, we buried their sins, man. And that's what's going to happen to Esau, Edom. You know what I'm talking about? Because what they forefathers doing right now and what they have done years ago. How did he conquer America? You see that?
Murder.
So the same thing, that shameful history that they starting to find out now through the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah, they gotta bear that. They gotta wear that. You know, as the average Joe Edomites, you know, they're gonna die on this side. Guess what? Because the elites, they're gonna be that's a remnant. They're gonna be saved from the destruction because they gotta be the first fruits of slavery. But as their children be reborn again in captivity, what they gotta bear? They gotta bear that judgment. You know what I'm saying? Just as our forefathers did what they did, and then us being reborn back into Babylon the Great, what? We had to bear that judgment. Same thing. That's how you know the Lord is justified, man. You see? But go ahead, bro.
This is Lamentations 5 and 7, finishing off. It says, our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities.
Right, see, but we have borne their iniquities, man. Go ahead.
Verse 8, it says, servants have ruled over theirs.
Right,
us.
servants have ruled over us. Go ahead.
There is none that doeth deliver us out of their hands.
Right, and did not Deuteronomy 28 and 6 day real quick. Because it said none deliver us, right, out of his hand, right? Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Right.
And it reads, and the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again
Right.
with ships.
Right. See, this is spiritual Egypt. As you go into Revelation 8 and 11, was it 11 and 8? All right. It said that thy dead body shall lie in the street of that great city, which is called what? Spiritual Sodom and Egypt. You see that? So here it is. Babylon the Great, aka America, is known as Egypt. Look behind us. The pyramid. You see the pyramid? You know, letting you know that we are in Egypt. It's set up the same way in ancient Egypt. It's set up in what? Spiritual Egypt. Letting you know. And you see the horn? Call out by Shemashah. You know? Go ahead, bro, with that.
Gun. And finishing up, and it says in Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68, and it reads, and the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right, it said again. Not one time, but again. Letting you know they're speaking of another Egypt.
Yep.
It said again with ships. Name in history ever someone came on ships. None. But what? There's times the Lord has spoken of, which consists you Negro, Latino, Native American, Spanish going to slavery, man. And it's the only time.
Because if I may add, because Egypt goes back to what? The house of bondage.
Yep.
So slavery, captivity, this is where we was brought back again into captivity.
That's right.
America, man. Yep. What you got though?
And it says, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Right. Well, we ain't gonna see our homeland. Go ahead.
Yep. And it says, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies
Ooh.
for bondmen and bondwomen.
Bring that back and say we're gonna do what out?
It says, and thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Right, we're gonna be sold to our enemy. Name a time that we were sold to our enemies. Because you can look at every other captivity, we was able to keep our laws, keep our customs. Only what? In Babylon the Great, we were not able. Remember, grab Jeremiah 17:4 real quick. All right, but go read that again.
It says, and thou shalt see it no more again,
Right.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Right, and who was sold for on auction block? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Spanish, man.
Yep.
You know, because here it is, one boat going that way, another boat going this way, man.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
And it says, And it says, ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
See, that's the point. All right, the brother got done reading, said, what no man shall buy you, mean, but redeem you. Now go back to the point you had made before you get to Jeremiah 17.
Okay, Con, that was in
Micah 7.
Micah 7, 8. This is Micah chapter 7 and verse 8. It says, rejoice not against me, O my enemy.
Right.
When I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me.
I was like, you put 7. Like
7 to 7.
No, 5 and 7.
Like this is Micah 5 and 7. It says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people as they do from the Lord. This is what you wanted.
Oh no, limitations. Like
Yeah, limitation 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, 5 and 7. Yeah, cuz I got you.
that's all
It's like. So yeah, going back to the point, this is Lamentations 5 and 7. I read 7 again. It says, our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquity. Servants have ruled over us,
right?
And there is none that doeth deliver us out of their hand.
See, there is none. There's none, because what it was said for prophecy to be fulfilled. That's right. It was already written. All right, it was already written, as Esau have the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven, and he should rule by the sword. All right, but go ahead. All right.
This is Jeremiah 17 and 4. It says, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
There's a point, ain't it? But guess what? We got next. You know what I'm saying? Our turn is next. All right, going to that transition of power. Going to that 1 Thessalonians 1 and 6, see, this is a righteous thing. You know what I'm talking about? Our time is next, man. It's a common thing. All right, when nature said what goes around comes around. All right, so this was going to come back around. Him going to what? Captivity, man. I know you got that class on it.
Yeah, I got a Jeremiah 49 and verse 12, going back into what you said. It says, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, days whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunk.
Yeah, we have surely drunk of the cup, and the cup going to slavery, man. All right, we surely have drunken it. Go ahead.
And it says, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
Right, go ahead.
Thou shalt not go unpunished.
But thou shalt not go unpunished.
But thou shalt surely drink of it.
And you're going to surely drink of it. You see that? Going to that Deuteronomy 30. Get Deuteronomy 37 real quick. Because they just said that they're going to surely drink of it. Yep. You know? So all them curses, when you read Deuteronomy 28, 15 on down to 6 to 8, all right? And guess what? They got to suffer that. You know? They got to take hold of their cup.
Yeah.
And the cup said double to her. Double according to her works, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. And it reads, and it says, the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
Right. It said the Lord gonna do this, not us. Mm-hmm. You know, we just the messengers. All right. But the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, gonna put all these curses upon our enemies, just like he put the curses upon us for our disobedience. Go ahead.
And it says, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Right. And who have been persecuted? When you go on to Lamentations 5 and 4, it said, what our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. You know what I'm saying? So you look at the predicament that the so-called black men are in today, so-called black women are in today, the so-called Latinos, the so-called Mexicans and Puerto Ricans, and you know what I'm saying? The Indians. Look the position they in now. All right? And take them eyes and put it on E. You see that? That's the same position they gonna be in, man. But even worse. You see, because they gotta bear out their punishment, their judgment the Lord gonna sit to them. But he just read it. Read it again out.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. And it reads, and it says, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thee. Will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
That's right. You see that? So you just lay them back in your mind and wonder and think of all the atrocity, you know what I'm saying, all the events the so-called white men have done to us that we know about. as you think about the alligator bait, you know, think about the African dodgeball. You know what I'm saying? Think about the Levi jeans, the symbol, how they put put a man and tie him up, arms and legs and snap the horse and split. You know, they hanging Jake from trees, they hanging Jake with fire, roasting them alive. Like, it's so much the so-called white men have done to us. Just picture that, all right, being handed to them. But that's what's gonna happen. In the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna rule with a rod of iron, man.
Righteousness.
And what?
Righteousness.
In righteousness.
All
right.
Esau, he done did some
did
wicked shit, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of butt breaking now. That's not going on in our kingdom.
That's not.
Hell nah, but we're gonna rule y'all with a rod of iron. We're gonna teach y'all the righteous way to live, man.
That's right.
But after Esau Edom get through serving his time, man, it's over with. Let's say you getting eradicated.
That's right.
It's over with.
You're gonna burn him. He gonna be a faggot as he is. You know, the faggot's going back to a bundle of sticks.
Come on, man.
You know. Go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 1 and verse 11.
Yeah.
And it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof. Because he did pursue his brother with the sword.
Yeah, who's his brother he pursued with the sword? Jacob. When you go into Genesis, all right, the 27th chapter, he said, what my father's death is at hand. Then when I slay my brother Jacob, that's the perpetual hatred that he always had, man. It's still in him. You know what I'm saying? Because that was something the Lord had placed in him, man. You know, when he said, I'm going to put enmity between the seed and the woman's seed. All right, go ahead.
Yep, and it says because he did pursue his brother with the sword, right, and did cast off all pity.
Yeah, he cast off all pity. But right now, you see the average so-called white people right now, you gotta remember their characteristics is a snake, man. You know, it's still in their heart to hate us, but they can't hate us right now because they can't get away with it. You know what I'm saying? When you think about an average Edomite and an average Jake, if an average Edomite catch a Jake on the bad day, what's gonna happen to him? They gonna get whooped. You know, they might die. Because right now, their power is being taken away. It's being stripped from them. It ain't like the 50s and the 60s and the late 70s, the early 80s, but they still had the court on their side. You know what I mean? It's not like that no more. You see that? They got something to worry about now. You know? Go read that again,
This is Amos chapter 1 and verse 11. And it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, for 3 transgressions of Edom, right, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
He ain't gonna turn away the punishment because it's already written. All right, in the law. All right, Edom, Mount Seir shall be what? A possession. It's already written. You know, it's just the way how it's gotta play out. That's the most high moving, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And it says, because he did pursue his brother with the sword.
Yeah, as it was written, right? Go ahead.
And did cast off all pity.
Yeah, he showed no mercy. So he have shown no mercy, shall what? Receive no mercy. Right. And that's the payback that the Lord gonna use upon Esau. Meaning what? He gonna be justified. Right. Remember when you did this, you ain't show no mercy. So you think you finna get mercy? What he tell Cain when Cain got upset by the
they were making a sacrifice.
Yeah, that sacrifice. What you say? Shit, nigga, if you would have did good, you would have seen good. But you didn't. So therefore, you got what you got. Right. You see what I'm saying? So that's the same way how the Lord did. He never changed, man.
Fuck all them tears.
Yeah, that shit don't mean shit.
Hey, just like how
Esau did. He cried like a hoe.
Yeah, how Isaac treated Esau. Man, hey man, it's over with. You getting what I give you.
Yeah. I can't give you what I ain't got. You know.
If I may add, just like Lazarus and the rich man, remember when he was crying?
Yeah.
Abraham.
That's right. That's beautiful. See, all this scenario equaled up to the Lord is righteous, man. Because we got to bury his indignation. Right. So Esau got to do the same motherfucking thing. You know? Yep. Go ahead,
And finish it up. And it says, and did cast off all pity. And his anger did tear perpetually.
Yeah, their perpetually go to their ongoing hatred. Yep. You go ahead.
And it says, and he kept his wrath forever.
And he kept his wrath forever. That's why the Lord using him. When you go into Proverbs 16:4, it said the Most High created all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So the Lord got the spirit on this so-called white man to have that hatred before what's coming to pass. Because he gonna come down having great wrath, but there's the spirit of the Lord is upon him to have that great wrath. You know what I'm saying? To have that anger in him. To get that get back just for the Lord can judge, man. All right. But remember, we got to bear that. Esau got to bear that too. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, verse 12, and then it's it. And it says in verse 12, it says, "But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Bosra."
That's it. See the palaces. Meaning what his kingdom is gonna be destroyed, man. They're gonna be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. That's the only way this place is gonna go out. You know, the Lord gotta what? Cleanse the earth of what? Of wickedness. Then righteousness is gonna be set up.
That's right.
You see? Go ahead, bro.
This is Lamentations chapter 4. I started verse 1.
Jeremiah.
It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom."
Right, and that's what we tell the so-called white people right now. You know, these other nations dealing with the Chinese, Moab, Ammon, you know what I'm saying, Elam, the so-called Africans, the Hamites. Hey, Lord said rejoice. But mainly Esau Edom because he the one that got the power, see. So right now they're supposed to be in a rejoicing state because this is the last time they're gonna ever have a say-so. This is the last time they're gonna ever walk with their head up. All right? No bitch is gonna be on all fours, man. You know? Especially in my kingdom, they're gonna be slithering like a snake as their characteristics. You know? And they're gonna have to get it done. But this is the last time, man. That's why the scriptures say rejoice, man, old daughter of Edom. Go ahead.
That dwellest in the land of Uz.
Uh-huh.
The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
Right, and that cup we spoke of earlier in Jeremiah 49:12, man. All right, that cup is slavery. Going to the classic scriptures in Revelation 13:9. All right, he that leadeth to captivity shall what? Go into captivity. Why? Because the so-called white people right now, they got to bear the sin of who? Their forefathers. Right. They're going to have to bear it. Who gives a fuck? It wasn't you. It wasn't us, wasn't it?
Oh, man, let me get it.
But guess what? Where we at now? In captivity. Why? Because our forefathers. Same thing going to happen to you, Edomites. All right? The same thing going to happen to you.
They got a quick Go ahead. This is Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which have been is now.
Right. And
that which is that have already been, and the Most High requires that which is past.
Right. See, the Most High required that which is past. It's not us. This is the Heavenly Father. See, this is judgment. All right. So how can you get mad at the Lord? You know, the Most High required that which is past, man. And Esau, you got a lot to pay for.
Right.
You know, you did a lot of wickedness. You know. Go ahead, bro.
So this is back in Lamentations 4:21. It says, "The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Right. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked."
Gonna be ashamed. That's why right now, these so-called white people you see now, when you tell them about slavery, you tell them about the things that the so-called white man had done, how he conquered America, it become a shame for history to them. You know, they don't want to look at their history as being sovereign or, you know what I'm saying, they got about peace, they got about love, because that's all the so-called white men care about, the so-called white people care about today. Love, love, love. God love everyone. Jesus love everyone. Hell to the motherfucking now.
Right.
You know, you want to push that bullshit on us. You know what I'm saying? No, don't give us that soft spirit, because when the power was in your hand fully, what you was doing? All right, you were executing judgment.
Killing in that name.
You what?
Man,
come on, bro. Go that move out telling y'all about blood done signed my name. That was in 1970, 1968. Man, bro, they was still killing niggas, bro. Beating the shit out of them for no reason, just because the power was in their hand. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta go through the same judgment. But we're gonna do it right and in righteousness. We're gonna spoil you just like you spoiled us, man. We're gonna take the best of everything you got, just like y'all took the best of everything we got. You know, that's what make the Lord justified in all his works, man. Yeah, and Lord willing, man. Hey, soon, man.
That's right.
Soon. DTA soon, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is back in Lamentations 4:22. It says, "The punishment of thine iniquities accomplished, O daughter of Zion."
Yeah. So that's why you see the spirit upon the elders and the apostles and the bishops. All right, because our iniquity is accomplished. We already served our captivity, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? We served our judgment. That's why we're in the grace period now, as returning back to the Heavenly Father, all right, and rehearsing the righteous acts. You see that? Because now it's time to go home. You know, it's time to go home, man. So we got to put on what? On the elect, man. Get in our right mind, get prepared, make sure we straight, all right, and make sure we worthy for Yahweh Shemashah to accept us, man.
Right.
That's the time that we in.
Yep.
That's the great spirit the Lord have given us, man. All right, but what niggas do? Niggas use for vanity, vain, wickedness. You know what I'm saying? That's why they ain't gonna just get destroyed along with Esau. You know? Go ahead, bro.
This is Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
Yeah, because we're going to go into Revelation 18:4. All right, as he said, what? No more sorrow, no more pain. You know what I'm saying? No more crying. You feel me?
Revelation 21.
Yeah, it's 21 and 4 ain't it? Yeah, man, that's what we're going to tap into, man. All right, yeah, because Revelation 18:4 talking about that double according to her work. That's right, man. Yeah, that's what we're going to tap into, man. Our glory, man. Our rest. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau in his rest. This is his kingdom. He rested. What it say? What that is? Psalm 73. Right, as he said that he had everything a heart can wish for. Yes, I think it's Psalm 73 can start at like 3 or 4. Yeah, Esau, the so-called white man, the other nations, you know, they have nothing to worry about, man. This they heaven right now, man. You know, but mainly Esau.
Yep. This is
Okay.
This is Psalm 73 and starting at verse 4. It says, for there are no bands in their death.
Right. See, ain't no bands in their deaths, man. You know, look how the Jacob Rothschild, how long he lived. You know, I'm talking about over to 100. What's the average death rate of Jake? Shit, 50? 50, almost 50. Because when you tap into Esau's system of when you can retire, it's like what, 65, 67? But Jake don't even live that long though. You know? But look at these Edomites, man. You know how long they get to live. These fucking devils, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas surviving like a hoe, you hear me? Go ahead, bro.
This is Psalm 73 and verse 4. It says, for there are no bands in their death,
right?
But their strength is firm.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men.
Right. See, they not in trouble as other men. See, they ain't got to worry about a bill. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to worry about getting their car possessed. You know, they ain't got to worry about their life getting cut off. They ain't got to worry about the lack of food, how they going to feed their children. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to worry about a way to work. You know what I'm talking about? These are things that we got to worry about due to the curses. That's why Deuteronomy 30:7 is important, because all these curses are going to come upon them.
That's right.
So in the kingdom of heaven, they're going to have to suffer the same thing we suffer, but it's going to be even worse.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be even worse, man. Call out about your mouth shot, man. You hear me? I'm telling you, man. Go ahead with that junk.
It says in verse 5, it says they are not in trouble as other men,
right?
Neither are they plagued like other men.
You see that?
Yep.
They ain't plagued like us, man. Sickness. You know what I'm saying? Diseases.
Get away in the courtroom.
You know what I'm saying? They not playing, bro. We gotta worry about when a cop get behind us, if we gonna die, or we going to jail, or we going home. They ain't playing like us, bro.
Hey, they go back to the curses. I say that thy life shall hang it down.
You see that? Do an Edomite life gotta hang it down? No, the system is on their side. You see that? But remember, what goes around comes around. So our time is next. Hey, look, we up next, man. You hear me? You know how you just, you know when you get ready to perform, you ready. You know? Yep. Yeah, we've been ready to perform, man. This righteous act, you know? Because we practicing right now.
Right.
You know, we practicing right now, but guess what? We are finna perform that act, man.
That's right.
You know, as in Psalms 140, we might show you how Psalm 149.
Yep.
All right, as we bind their kings with chains. Yep. You know, just how they bind up with chains, man. Coming out here on slave ships. This has been happening to y'all too.
Right. Yep.
All right, go ahead, bro.
Finishing off Lamentations 4:22, it says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
Right.
He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom.
Right. See, he's gonna visit your iniquity, man. By the way of who? His people, Israel.
Yep.
All right. Matter of fact, Ezekiel 25:14. Right. Go ahead, bro.
And it says, he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Woo! You see that? And it's the time.
Right.
All right, as their wickedness being revealed, their skirt being lifted.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they're so ashamed, man. That's why he's trying to put a muzzle on the truth. You can't say this. You can't talk about this. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk about that. You know why? Because their shame is being revealed.
Yep.
You know, go ahead, Doc.
This is Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 14. And it reads, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
Woo.
And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger.
Might bring that back, God.
It says in Ezekiel 25 and verse 14. And it reads, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
Right, the same way. See that? The same way. So they got a bird too. The same way how the so-called white man destroyed us, came on top of us, and put us in slavery. The same way. Why? Because it was the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. You see that? So the Lord said He gonna lay His vengeance upon Edom by the hand of His people. Go ahead.
And it says, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger.
See that? It's not our anger. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we know we upset for what He have done it to us, but it ain't gonna be according to our anger. It's gonna be according to the Lord's anger.
Right.
You know, the Lord gonna put the spirit on us to do the things, all right, that we do unto Edom and the other nations. That's why I said, "Have shall you be to dash thy little ones against the stone." In the spirit, in the flesh that we have now, we can't grab no baby and dash them against the stone. We can't pick them up and power drive them, put them in a leg lock. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that to no baby. Esau have done it because what? It was the spirit of the Lord on him to do that. So now, when the role reversed, it's gonna be the spirit of the Lord on us to do that according. Ooh, you see how beautiful that is? Come on, man. See, it's a righteous thing, man. So the Lord gonna have the spirit on us to put Esau ass in a torture rack and break his motherfucking body in half, man. It's gonna be the spirit of the Lord. Go ahead, bro.
Yep. And it says, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury,
right?
And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord.
See that? Esau gonna know. All the nations gonna know there was the vengeance of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Yep, you gotta go out.
This is Malachi chapter 1. I'll start at 2. It says, I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein have ye loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains in his heritage waste for the dragon of the wilderness. Verse 4, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Right, and that's what you have now, as in the Renaissance. You know, coming back out of that after the 1,000 years that we were ruling the Dark Ages, going back to the Byzantine Empire. All right, here goes Rome revived all over again. Babylon the Great.
Hey, it's cold because going up under that banner where I was going to
that's
Renaissance.
Yeah, that's Renaissance. They call it Renaissance, right?
Renaissance.
It's so crazy. When you come across the bridge, it's like that's the first thing you see besides the pyramid. Renaissance.
And the Renaissance.
Yeah. That big ass West Coast right down there. Yeah, it's called Renaissance.
Man,
yeah. Let you know where we at. You know what I'm saying? Rome 2.0. They let you know where we at, man. That's good. Cold. Hey, but what the Lord say though? They shall build, but He gonna throw down by them missiles. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, go ahead with that, John.
Finishing off Malachi 1 and verse 4, it says, and whereas Edom saith we are impoverished, but we return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever.
That's right. All right. You got some out?
Yeah, I was looking for that precept in Joel.
Did you got a Jeremiah 32:18?
Oh, come. I got it.
That's cold going back to what he brought out in Ezekiel. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord's anger, man. That Lord got that in his heart already to take Esau, Edom out, man.
You say he angry with the wicked every day.
Every day.
But he can't do nothing till that set message be fulfilled.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? That's how cold the Lord is. You know what I'm saying? He already got it planned out, mapped out. You know what I'm saying? So when time comes, time come.
Come.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
The
it is.
time gonna come, man.
Coming
You
soon
hear
in
me?
the theaters.
They're gonna have to suffer, bro, just like we suffer, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Jeremiah 32 and verse
And
18.
this the end all be all right here, man. And just the precept that I had wanted to get earlier. You know what I'm saying? My live lesson I did earlier. You know, my spirit was best. I couldn't find it. I know I knew it, but I want the spirit to come out then. Go ahead, brother.
Come, this is Jeremiah 32 and verse 18. It says, thou showest loving
Start
kindness.
at 16.
All right.
Read it to
All right, come. Starting verse 16, it says, now when I had delivered the evidence of the purchase unto Baruch, the son of Neriah, I prayed unto the Lord Yahweh, saying, in verse 17, our Lord, Yahweh Shemashah power, behold, thou hast made the heaven and the earth,
right?
By thy great power, and stretched out, and it says, and stretched out arm,
right, which is going to Yahweh Shai,
mm-hmm.
you know, in the elect. Go ahead.
And it says, there is nothing too hard for thee.
Hey, what?
And
it ain't
says,
nothing too hard
yep.
for thee. You see that?
Yep.
That's how you know that he got Esau in the trick bag, man. You know what I mean? As Christianity put like the devil doing his own thing, you know, nigga. There ain't nothing too hard for the Lord because the Lord control all things, man. Go ahead.
And it says in verse 18, it says, thou showest loving kindness unto thousands,
right,
and recompenses the iniquity of the fathers into the bosom of
the
children.
That's the point.
Come on, man.
That's the point. It said he do what now?
And it says, and recompenses the iniquity. It says, and recompenses the iniquity of the fathers into the bosom of their children.
Right. So what your forefathers have done, as our forefathers sinned against the Lord, all right, in the wilderness, right? Guess what? We had to bear that. We had to bear that judgment. So here it is. The Lord said He recompenses to what their children. So the same way how we went into captivity, the same way the so-called white man going to captivity. All the wickedness and the atrocity he have done towards us, man.
Yep.
Read that again now.
This is Jeremiah chapter 32 and verse 18. It says, thou showest love and kindness unto thousands, and recompenses the iniquity of the fathers into the bosom of their children.
See that? It's the bosom of our children. You see that? Going right back to bag up Isaiah 14 and 21.
Yeah.
Because this here it is, they gotta pay for what their forefathers have done. Just as we have paid for what our forefathers have done. You know, doesn't that make sense?
Yep. 2/3 gotta pay for what they said when they was crucifying Yahweh Shai, man. Let his blood be upon our children. So, hey, man, that generation that came from the loins, they gotta pay for that, for what they did. Their forefathers. You see, the Lord is cold, man. He's righteous in everything he does.
Yeah, and then when you go into a corner on the corner level, right? Yeah. Some of these moves that Esau was making, it's always a revenge. It's always a revenge because somebody killed somebody's mama or dad, and when that person get grown, what he do? He go kill that person's mom or dad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's on the corner level though. Yeah. So how much more righteousness? You know, as the Lord has set up, all right, that He gonna recompense what for their forefathers, what the children.
Yep.
You see, because what we have born the iniquity of our forefathers, the so-called white people you see today, they got what? They got to bear the judgment of their forefathers, man. Which is what? Captivity. You know? Go ahead, though.
This is recompense in the EthamOnline.com. It's from the 15th century. It says a compensation, a payment for a debt or obligation.
Ooh, who?
It's a compensation.
A compensation. You see that? A compensation, man. And how we gonna be compensated? By putting their ass in captivity.
Yep.
That's the only way it's gonna be just. Going back to Revelation 13 and 9. Go ahead.
Payment for a debt or obligation, satisfaction, amends, retribution, punishment.
Ooh,
man.
Retribution. I remember when the apostle was speaking on the true retribution is for us do what they have done unto us, man. Not no 40 acres in the million. You got it.
Recompense, the verb, it says an equivalent or recompense for anything given. Man, reparations are restitution to another for some wrong done to him.
See that?
Ooh.
Something wrong done. But that's how you know that we known as the innocent. You know what I'm saying? Because we have done nothing to Esau.
Yeah.
You know? But what he do, he still came and got us. Why? Because it was already written. But when you put it on the corner level, we have done nothing to Eve. You know? We have done nothing. But what he do, he came and got us. That's why I say he that still the man. Get that real quick. Exodus 2016. Let me Exodus 2016. Start at 18. I think it's 18. 2018. He that still the man be found in his hand. It's Exodus. Try 20 and 16. If it ain't 16 and 20. Or it's numbers.
21.
No, it's numbers.
Exodus 21 and 16.
Numbers ain't on that. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
This is Exodus chapter 21 and verse 16.
Come.
He that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Right, was we not stole?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Was we not stole? On the west coast of Africa, was we not stole? And where we at? Still in the nigga hand. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, what's gonna happen? He gonna be put to death, man. Right. This is judgment. See, the Lord got it all mapped out. Either way, Esau guilty. You know, he gonna be proven guilty. You know, on all counts. Yep. But we can read the end and now though. What you got, bro?
I was just gonna grab that Isaiah 14. This is Isaiah chapter 14. Isaiah 14 and verse 21. Let's see. Yep. We're starting at verse 21. It says prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
Yep.
And it says that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Yeah, bring that one back one real quick.
This is Isaiah 14 verse 21. It says prepare slaughter for his children.
Yeah, so it said prepare slaughter for his children, man. All right, as the scripture say, meditate terror.
Yep.
Yeah, but we have to prepare slaughter for his who children? All right, Esau, any other nation. They finna get it. All right, go ahead.
And it says prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
Right. See, it's the iniquity of their fathers. Not their iniquity. Right. But the iniquity of their fathers, man. Going back to who the elite, the banker family. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta get ready. All right, to say the judgment for what their forefathers have done. That's how the average Edomite that you see, 2-time loser. Right. You know what I'm saying? They 2-time loser. Go ahead.
Yep, and it says prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, right, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities.
That's right. You see that? Yep. No, let Eden on the class.
What the next verse say? Papa Shot.
Yeah,
the next verse. Papa Shot. Can you read 22?
Yeah.
Verse 22.
Revelation 13 and 9.
Verse 22. It says, "For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord Yahweh."
That was you speaking on how you talking about they're gonna be eradicated. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Cut the man off.
Yeah. How can the nation come back? Nephews and sons too. I mean, it would be no male, strictly female. You know what I'm talking about? So there's no way Esau can come back into power to sit on the throne again. Go ahead, the class. No, 13.
Yeah, so like, I don't know why it was Revelation 19 and 10 with the spirit of prophecy. This is Revelations chapter 13, Salakia. In verse 10, it says, verse 9, it says, "If any man have an ear, let him hear it. Right. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Right. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Right. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints."
Yep. So Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters edified. Next time, shalom.
Shalom.
Baba Ball.
Rakahakim,
man.
Rakahakim.
Hey, DTA, baby.
DTA. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.
Nice. Yeah, you get that nice.